Good evening. I'd like to call to order our meeting this evening for the Allegany County Board of Education, Tuesday, April 14th at 5 p.m. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, Mr. Llewellyn will read closed session summaries for executive sessions held on March 10th, 2026.
The Allegany County Board of Education met in closed session at 2:30 p.m. on March 10th, 2026 here at the central office. All 5 board members were present. The purpose of the closed session was to engage in administrative function, discuss personnel matters, and consult with legal counsel. The topics discussed were update on employee arbitration, auditor's report, and offer to purchase real property.
Thank you, Mr. Llewellyn. Moving on to the consent agenda, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I move to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion by Dr. Bond, second by Mrs. Lepley. Any questions? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Thank you. At this time, if we can have Dr. Thompson come forward. We have a proclamation for Mathematics and Statistics Awareness Month that Mr. Green will present. And then, Dr. Thompson, if you can just stay there for the recognition of math counts and the Tri-State Math Count Contest.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Tonight, I'm honored to present this proclamation recognizing April as Mathematics and Statistics Awareness Month. Math and statistics are essential to how we solve problems, make sense of information, and prepare students for the opportunities and challenges ahead. They are part of so many important fields from healthcare and manufacturing to technology and business. This recognition is also a chance to thank the educators and leaders who make this learning possible. I want to especially recognize Dr. Stephen Thompson for his leadership and all of our mathematics educators across Allegany County Public Schools for the work they do every day on behalf of our students. Thank you very much, Dr. Thompson. Here's the proclamation. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we'd like to recognize students who participated in 2 mathematics competitions over the past couple months. First, we'd like to recognize our middle school students who participated in the Chapter Math Counts competition and who qualified either individually or as a school team to advance to the state tournament. Locally, there was 15 students in our chapter who qualified. 11 of those were our students. So we'll start. Braddock Middle School had 2 students, Lyric Dudiak and Zeke Wharton, who qualified, but unfortunately neither of them were able to join us this evening. Present from Washington Middle School, we have Evan Moran and Patrick Ballou. If you would like to come forward, Evan and Patrick. From Westmar Middle School, we have both of their qualifiers, Kaylin Shojar and Mason Brashear. Mount Savage Middle School qualified as a team. There are 4 team members, 3 of which also qualified as individuals. Those 3 are here with us this evening. So from Mount Savage, I'd like to recognize Phil Lee, Joshua Georgeson, and Brody Busey. If they would come forward. They get one. They get both.
They get both. Congratulations. From your team, congratulations on behalf of the board. Congratulations on behalf of the board.
Wait, I'm here, I think. Which one you got? There, that one's you. Brody. There we go.
Second, I have two maps.
There we are. I'll get that. Thank you. You go ahead and sit down. Thank you. Our other recognition is going for our participants in the Tri-State Math Contest. This is hosted by Allegany College of Maryland. This was the 36th year and has annually been sponsored by the LaVale Lions Club, who provides some scholarship money for top overall place finishers. The overall first place team was our Allegany High School. They defended their title from the year before. Their three team members, Shelby Barkley, finished 10th individually overall. Madison Cannon finished in 5th place individually overall. And Corinna Hildebrand was one of the co-finishers in 1st place for Allegany High School. But unfortunately, none of those individuals were able to join us this evening. Mountain Ridge High School was able to come in 2nd. They do have representation with us this evening. From Mountain Ridge, we have William Schertzer, who was scoring member of their team, and we have Ethan Kwok, who was tied with Corinna Hildebrand for 1st place overall in the entire competition. So if Ethan and Will can come forward. That would be Ethan. They're both for Ethan.
Oh, Ethan, you get this one.
And there we go for Will. And our final recognition is from Fort Hill High School. Brandon Gravenstein finished in the top 10. He was 8th place overall. And those are our team and individual recipients of awards for the Math Counts and the Tri-State Math Contest for 2026. Thank you.
So the wonderful thing about being the superintendent of schools, I get to then continue to acknowledge our beautiful students. So the students who were just recognized for Math Counts, we have the ones from Mountain Ridge and Fort Hill. Please stand again if you would. I am so proud of all of you. I had the opportunity to attend the Math Counts program that particular day. What an incredible competition it was. I walked away saying you were answering the questions before they were even finished being asked. Like I said, kind of like a human calculator, the way your minds were working, and I'm so proud of all of you. Ethan and Will, I've interacted with you in other parts of your education, and so proud with you. And sir, from Fort Hill, I'm so proud of you. All of you represent the best of the best, and just keep up great work, what you're doing every day in our school system. Show up, be ready to learn, and focus your efforts. So we're so proud of you. Please join me in another thunderous round of applause for these fine individuals. And nothing would complete this any better than a picture. So we're going to ask you, you can stay for the meeting if you'd like, because there's a lot of important business, but we're going to ask that we ask you to go outside into the hallway, and we're going to stage a picture for all of you to memorialize this event. Thank you very much. And to all the parents who are here too, supporting, great to see all of you. Thank you.
There went the room. All the attention is on you guys. We have recognition of athletics next. For indoor track, I assume Mr. Bauer and Mr. Dr. Brown and maybe Tracy Leonard are coming forward. It has all three names here, so I'm not sure who's presenting.
Is Tracy here?
And then Dr. Bond also has a plaque to present to your athlete.
Hey, good evening. It's a privilege to be here as we talk about Briley. Briley started pole vaulting in 10th grade. Her first cleared height in a meet was 6 feet 6 inches at an invitational in Smithsburg. And to give you an idea of 6 feet 6 inches, the standard door frame is 6 feet 8 inches. Okay. In the 11th, her best vault during her sophomore year was 8 feet 6 inches, which is just about, I would say this ceiling height is maybe 2 inches beyond that, just to give you an idea again. And she qualified for the state meet during her sophomore year, where she placed 9th. In the 11th grade, her best vault was 10 feet 1 inches. We're above ceiling height now. At the Southern Invitational. She again qualified for the state meet where she placed 4th, and she was 6 inches out of first place. This year, as we well know, and why we're here tonight, Briley vaulted 10 feet 10 inches to close to claim the 1A state title. Briley recently placed 2nd with a vault of 10 feet 6 inches in the National Elite Division at the Adidas National Indoor Meet in Virginia Beach, Virginia. The pole vault is without a doubt the most technical event in track and field. It takes a certain mindset to pole vault and a lot of discipline. Briley and now her younger brother Hayden, who is here, have the right mindset and the discipline to be successful in the event. And as a result, they have influenced others at Allegany High School. In a program that had 0 pole vaulters during Briley's 9th grade year, we now have 6. We have 3 girls and 3 boys. Briley has had significant support from Allegany's pole vault coach and her father, Rick Lindenberg, and her mother, Mandy. Both have become very knowledgeable about the event, and they want to help other student athletes succeed. Briley has signed to compete at the NCAA Division II level at Frostburg State University next year, and the assistant track coach there, her expertise area is in pole vaulting. So she's going to be going there, and she'll be blessed with a really, really, really good coach. So congratulations, Briley, and your family.
On behalf of the board, Briley, we'd like to present you with this plaque honoring you for the state championship class 1A 2025-26. Great job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you as well.
Briley, would you like to say something? You want to? No, okay. I just make the offer and I can almost predict. And I have been following you all year because I'm amazed with the height of which you've achieved. 10 feet 10 inches, correct? How tall are you?
I'm like 5'6".
5'6", almost like twice your height. Yeah. You're able to pole vault. And the other curiosity is, how did you get started in this? What motivated you to begin this process?
While I was in middle school.
Come on over here, if you would.
He tricked you.
I know, I'm sorry. It's part of the plan.
Whenever I was in middle school, my dad talked about pole vault and how he did it in high school.
Okay.
And he showed me videos, and I was like, oh, I really want to do this in high school. So he just opened the door.
And that was how do you feel about this accomplishment?
I feel wonderful. I feel blessed. It is quite an accomplishment.
Yeah.
You know, there's only so many people that get to be here as the state champion.
Absolutely. Well, who knew that you would?
Work.
Yeah, absolutely. Who knew that you were going to start a revolution too at Allegany in terms of you now had your coach said 6 individuals who are doing this, and is your brother now doing it as well?
Yeah.
That is fantastic. So lots of good work here in the future. We are so proud of you. I'm glad I finally got to meet you a couple weeks ago at your school because I've been following your progress. You make us very proud. And again, one more thunderous round of applause for you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have just one more question. How long do you think it's going to take you to beat her?
You heard that, Briley. I think the competition is on.
Those are fighting words, I think, between a brother
And to
sister.
Mom and Dad, congratulations. How proud we are of your children and Briley in particular. Thank you.
Congratulations. They'll probably also get a photo opportunity in the hallway if and whenever you go out. Okay, Mr. Avey, if you can come
Thank
forward.
you.
We have a proclamation recognizing April as Library Media Month that Mrs. Lepley will present.
Just real quick, I want to acknowledge the principal. We got Kendra Kenny here, Dr. Kendra, and then Scott Bauer as well from the high school. Thank you.
So April 2026 has been designated Library Media Month, and April 19th through the 25th as National Library Week. And it has been titled Find Your Joy, which is fitting because our library specialists guide and encourage our students to find joy in reading. So on behalf of the board, I'd like to present this proclamation.
Thank you very much.
To have inherited instructional leadership over the library media department was an unknown for me at the beginning of last year, and I can honestly say, and maybe April is the best time to do it, do a walkthrough of any elementary library media class in any of our 14 elementary schools. The collaboration, the engagement, the content from introduction to robotics, to coding, to graphics, to, of course, reading and critiquing your literature, browsing, research, fact-checking, web etiquette, identifying scammers, all of these healthy habits that we should learn at a young age are being taught by our library media teachers, and just do a walkthrough anytime. You'll have a great time. The last library media lesson I observed was just last week, and the whole room was turned into this scavenger hunt, and research was conducted along the way. It was one of the most engaging and robust lessons I've ever seen, and I'm proud to say that those kind of lessons are going on in our school system in that department. So.
Thank you, Mr. Avey, and I believe you now have some students to recognize.
Well, I have one,
Okay.
and sadly, this student is deeply involved in Mountain Ridge's upcoming production of Chicago, which is this weekend. So there's a dress rehearsal going on as we speak that she cannot miss. Her principal, Dr. Kenny, is here, and her name is Peyton Lewis. She is in the 10th grade at Mountain Ridge, and I'd like to publicly congratulate her for making the the Maryland All-State Treble Chorus. When you audition for All-State, it's a process that begins in November. The Maryland Choral Directors Association hands out all of the audition materials to every choral director in the state in August, and anybody that wants to audition is handed those materials. It involves an excerpt that's not very easy that you have to learn, a song that you have to learn the part you're auditioning for on, an SATB song, which is also a rigorous song, a little bit harder than the average that we find in most regular schools. Then you show up and you have to demonstrate the ability to sing this literature with immaculate tone quality, exemplary vocal technique, and of course it has to be clear with diction and as well as perfectly in tune. And then they let you in All-State if, after doing those things, you can also perform a sight reading excerpt, which is not very easy either. Peyton made it into the group, and there are a lot of students from this school system that did not. There are students from all over the state that did not, and Peyton did. She made the cut, and that's not easy to do as a 10th grade because the high school division is grades 10, 11, 12, and the junior is 7, 8, 9, and a lot of 10th graders need time to develop their skill. It's not over then. In February, she shows up at her hotel in Baltimore to register, and she spends 3 days and 2 nights at this, basically rehearsing for All-State Chorus in a grand ballroom with an esteemed guest conductor, and then the concert was Sunday afternoon. That's the fiscal timeline for anyone that auditions for All-State Band, Orchestra, or Chorus, and it's very hard to make an all-state group, regardless of what school system you're from, and to have someone accomplish that in this school system is a monumental achievement. So I'd like to congratulate Peyton for doing that. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Avey, and we send our congratulations to Ms. Lewis.
Certainly.
Mrs. Ramsey is joining us next, so we can recognize our Teacher of the Year.
Good evening, members of the Board of Education, Superintendent Martirano, honored guests, community partners, colleagues, and friends. Tonight, we had an extraordinary evening, and all of you were a part of the magic. We had our Teacher of the Year reception where we were honored to introduce and celebrate the work of our educators. I want to extend sincere thanks to our community sponsors and supporters who generously make this program possible. Their continued investment in public education allows us to celebrate the outstanding educators who shape the future of our schools and our community. We're so grateful for tonight's distinguished speakers who joined us at this in-person event. And they include, of course, our new leader, Dr. Martirano, Superintendent of ACPS, Mrs. Bender, the President of the Board of Elects, Dr. Hollins, the Principal of Mount Savage Middle School, President Jones of ACM, Mrs. Sloan of our Teachers Union, Mrs. Julie McCoy, the Executive CEO of the Chamber of Commerce, and Dr. Brannigan Smith, the Interim President of FSU. They lended their voices and they certainly showed out to show support for our amazing teachers. This evening, we proudly recognize our 4 outstanding finalists, Mrs. Kara Breedlove of Braddock Middle School, Mrs. Kathy Brown of Cressuptown Elementary School, Mrs. Lori Ferguson of Bel Air Elementary School, and Mr. Ian Seville of CCTE. Each of these educators represents excellence in teaching, deep commitment to students, and a passion for creating meaningful learning experiences. Their dedication enriches their classrooms and strengthens the entire Allegheny County Public Schools community. It is now with great honor to recognize our 2026-2027 Teacher of the Year, Ms. Lane Davis of Mount Savage Middle School. Mrs. Davis is an outstanding 8th grade science teacher whose passion for education is rooted in both scholarship and service. She holds a master's degree in teaching from FSU, a master's in science and sustainability development and conservation biology from the University of Maryland, College Park, and a bachelor's degree of wildlife biology from Frostburg State University. Now in our 8th teaching year in Allegheny County Public Schools, she brings exceptional expertise and enthusiasm to our students each and every day. Beyond the classroom, Mrs. Davis serves as the Green Team leader at Mount Savage Middle School, where she has developed the school's Green School program. Through recycling initiatives, pollinator gardens, tree plantings, and other student-led environmental projects, she empowers students to become thoughtful stewards of their environment while connecting science learning to real-world impact. Mrs. Davis exemplifies what it means to be an extraordinary educator. She inspires curiosity, fosters leadership, and creates opportunities for students to grow as learners and citizens. Her work reflects the profound influence a dedicated teacher can have, not only to individual students, but on an entire school community. To all of tonight's finalists and to Mrs. Davis, thank you for your extraordinary service, your innovation, and your unwavering commitment to the children of Allegheny County Public Schools. Please join me in congratulating these remarkable educators for their achievements and for the lasting difference they make every day. And now I present to you Mrs. Elaine Davis.
Mrs. Davis, I'm going to walk up there in just a second and present this to you, but first I want to say a few things. Number one, I'm a K-12 Mount Savage person.
Excellent.
My favorite teacher of all time was Bill Richmond, the biology teacher there.
Excellent.
10th and 12th grade biology. I also studied biology at Frostburg State, where my undergrad.
Nice.
So it's a
We
great,
live in common.
they didn't even pick me because of that, they didn't know. So it's a great honor to present this to you because just the science and the biology has always been
Yeah.
my thing. And to see
Right?
a Mount Savage teacher get this award, that's awesome.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Well, good evening. Jenny Ramsey at first told me that I would need to say a few words of thanks. And then last week, she sent me a copy of last year's Teacher of the Year speech. And that's when I had a small moment of panic. You see, right now, I have an intern that I'm mentoring while also working very hard to finish my national board teaching certification. And yes, I'm doing all 4 components in 1 year while teaching 150 students each and every day. And that's when I paused to think very carefully about how I could use these few minutes to not only express my gratitude, but also use this moment to talk to you about 2 things that I think are extremely important: teaching and science. First, thank yous. I am absolutely honored to be in front of you today. I'm beyond grateful to the continued support of my family, my husband, my daughter and her fiance, my mom, who herself was a talented and dedicated educator for her career. I would also not be standing in front of you today without those who have believed in my career transition from outdoor environmental education to the classroom, including my incredibly supportive admin, Dr. Laura Holland and Mrs. Amber Rotruck, and my past and current supervisors, Dr. Eric Van Slyke and now Mr. Bo Evans. My team at Mount Savage is also amazing, and I have to give a shout out to my colleague, Mr. Matt Klein, who thoroughly embodies the level of crazy dedication to science that I also strive for, and we work very well together. Teachers are the experts. Let me say that again. Teachers are the experts. The teachers in front of the students every single day are the experts. Some of you sitting here are the experts in your particular area, which may be administration, supervision, security, business, which are all critically important to the success of our schools. But teachers know what's going on with our students. We know what motivates them and what hurdles they are trying to overcome. We know what works for instruction, and we know what improves test scores. We work very hard on our own learning to bring the very best to each of our students for them to learn. We know that the positive relationships and classroom environment that we work every day to cultivate is what brings down the barriers to success and supports every student. Now, if you're thinking ahead, you're wondering how I'm going to tie science into this because this is supposed to be short. Science, very simply, is the process of learning about the natural world through observation and experimentation. So pause for a minute and think, did you do science today? And I know some of you are thinking, no, I don't do science, Elaine. But I bet that you did, because science is curiosity. It's how toddlers keep asking why 100 times. It's you trying to figure out why your phone won't charge today. Is it the cord? Is it the plug? Is it the outlet? Is it the phone? Science teaches how to think, not just what to know. The first step is asking questions, wondering why things are the way that they are and how they could be improved. It's the curiosity and what-if attitude that not only makes students successful in other subject areas, but creates the innovators that we need to improve our world. This curiosity crosses over into math class, where we want the students to be unafraid to play with numbers and try out solutions. It carries over into ELA, where students are wondering about the author's intent and how that might change with a different perspective. Curiosity drives learning through the school day and beyond. A passion for science is a passion for learning and curiosity. It's a passion for problem solving. It's a passion that I hope to be able to share with others across the county and the state in my role as Allegany County Teacher of the Year. We are truly blessed here in Allegany County to have so many dedicated teachers, along with the breathtaking natural environment that we all call home. Thank you to everybody here today, and please take this as actually, for real, your personal invitation to come over to Mount Savage and visit me and my students in our classroom. Thank you.
Well, no need to panic, because if your speech was a glimpse into how you teach, then that's the reason we just saw why you won Teacher of the Year. So great job and congratulations.
Miss Davis, you just did an amazing job, and I'm sitting here where Jenny and I are going back and forth with thumbs up. Wow, your words were so clearly defined who you are as a person and as a teacher. We are so proud of you, and we can't wait to see what happens in this next year with you in this position. Thank you so much. Congratulations. One more time, big round of applause for her.
You've probably had enough photo opportunities, but I don't know if Ms. Corwall is done with you or not whenever you leave, but you can check. Okay, she's finished. You're off the hook. Okay. Okay, moving on to unfinished business. The fun stuff is over. Turn it over to Mr. Llewellyn as we move into some policies.
So we're going to do second readings of three different policies, and these are all to become effective July 1st. So I want to make that clear as you make your motions. That would be the intent. The first one is IJOB. This is a new policy on guest speakers and how we bring them into the schools. And so this will be for second reading. If you pass tonight, it will become policy effective July 1st.
Okay, is there a motion regarding policy file IJOB?
Motion to approve second reading of guest speaker policy file IJOB.
Motion by Dr. Bond,
Second.
second by Mrs. Lepley. Any questions regarding the policy? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Thank you.
Next, you have policy JIH. This is student search and seizure, arrest, and questioning on school property. As I mentioned to you last meeting, we have a current policy that we felt was incomplete and needed updated. So this will be the new policy, and then next I'm going to ask you to repeal the old policy, both effective July 1st, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Motion regarding file JIH.
Motion to approve second reading of student search and seizure, arrest, and questioning on school property policy, file JIH.
Thank you, Mr. Green.
Second.
Second by Mrs. Widmeyer. Any questions or comments regarding the policy? All those in favor? Passes unanimously again. Thank you.
So now we need a motion to repeal the current policy JIH.
Motion to approve repealing of student interrogation search arrest policy, file JIH.
Thank you, Mr. Green. Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? All in favor? Passes unanimously. Thank you.
Finally, we have policy JIHC, which is the use of handheld metal detectors. So we're looking for uniformity across our system as it relates to that, and we recommend passage of this policy.
Okay, need a motion for policy file JIHC.
I motion that we approve file JIHC, use of handheld metal detectors.
Thank you, Mrs. Widmeyer. Second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Green. Any questions or comments regarding this policy? All in favor? Passes unanimously. Thank you. At this time, we will move into public comment. We ask that all speakers, please limit comment to 5 minutes per individual. Those topics excluded from speaking on tonight are individual personal issues, comments identifying individual students or staff members, matters that are on appeal or may be appealed, topics for which the board schedules formal public hearings, and advertising or solicitation of products and services. And first we have down Ms. Susan Summers.
Hello, I'm back again, Susan Summers. I'm an IA at Bell presently. I'm here again to speak about service dogs in training. I gave all of you the information about the legality of it the last time. Comar and the service dogs in training in Maryland have the same exact rights as a certified service dog. So that I feel like I've shared with all of you. So today I just want to talk about what the dogs do in the school. The little Weber here is our 22nd dog. We keep them for 18 months, so that means that I've been doing this in the school system for the better part of my 41 years. And in those years of doing this, I've never had an incident. I check with the teachers before I go in. Do we have anybody that's fearful of a dog? Do we have anybody that's allergic? I do all of those things. And then on the level of what the dogs do, I've sent a slideshow. I don't know if any of you had the opportunity to look at it. I've sent some little clips of different things of where the dogs do work. Today on my way here, I was watching a clip of a gentleman that was a Navy pilot that was injured, and he just posted this 3 hours ago, what a dark place he was in and how he was certain his life was over. He was never going to be that man again. And he went to some type of a meeting, rehab meeting, and he met a veteran who had a service dog, and he said, you should apply. And he did apply, and he, with his own words, said it has changed his life, and has turned him around, and has made him realize that he has a mission to share what the dogs can do for you to get you out of that dark place. And that leads me to saying in school, I greet the students every day. RJ and I stand there, not Weber, he's not ready for it yet, but RJ and I stand in front of the door every morning when they open it up at Bell. And I did the same exact thing at every other school I've been in. My last school was South Penn. It was very much needed there. The kids come in, good morning, RJ, I missed you. They tell the dogs all types of things. I don't listen because I'm not trained for that. Then there are children that don't want to come into the school. So we go out, we go to the bus or the parent's car. Hey, do you want to walk RJ in? Yeah. So here we go. All my leashes have double handles. So the kids hold the top handle. I hold the one that controls the dog. And that's how their day starts. And then all day long, I'm called, gee, we have a problem with so-and-so. Gee, so-and-so won't go to gym. So-and-so won't leave the cafeteria. So-and-so is running around the cafeteria. All I have to do is walk down there with either one of my boys. Hey, what's going on? And right away, it's like, oh, there's RJ, there's Weber. And it changes their whole body language. Miss Seville is here supporting me tonight. She's a kindergarten teacher at Bell. She has a student that has struggled somewhat through the year. We set up a little thing where if he does this in the morning, he gets time with Weber and RJ, and if he does certain things in the afternoon, he gets time with them. It has completely turned him around, completely. He's a different kid. And it's not just him. It's all of the kids, typical and atypical. So I'm here again to advocate for leaving the service dogs in training in the schoolhouse because it is a benefit. And again, I invite every one of you to come and follow us around. Follow us around for a half a day if you don't have a lot of time. You will be amazed. Kids who are on the floor screaming, crying, totally out of control, don't have the ability to hear one thing you're saying. All I have to do is walk up with one of the dogs. They go up to them, they start licking them. The next thing you know, they're giggling. The next thing you know, hey, and you can talk to them again. They're back on a level that says, hey, I'm here, I'm in the schoolhouse, I'm with you again. So I'm going to advocate, and I know that a lot of the kids took it upon themselves to write letters to all of you. which I thought on the elementary level was pretty daggone good and pretty daggone brave. I was so proud of them when they told me that. And when I tell them that the dogs may not be here for you, none of them can believe it. They're like, no, no, you can't take RJ. No, no, you can't take Weber. And there are other children who have learned a great deal of responsibility. We have a puppy helper every day, a different puppy helper every day. They are responsible for getting the dog, putting the equipment on them, taking them to the classroom. When it's time to go out to the restroom, we go out to the restroom together. And we have a little lunch bunch who was a lower grade, and they come in to the lap room and they have lunch with the dogs every day. They call it a picnic. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it because they can't make it in the cafeteria. It's too loud. It's too busy. They come in, they eat lunch with the dogs, and then I walk them out to recess and everything's fine. So I'm not sure why we would want to remove the service dogs in training, because they are a great asset. They're a great, great asset. Again, I invite you all, please come and follow me around, please. Come and handle the dog. I'll stand by you all day with RJ. Come and handle the dog and watch how the kids are. They'll hug you. I mean, they see the dog, they hug the dog, they look up, they hug you. They're just thrilled. It changes everything about them. Even the kids that are having a great day when they walk in, it just changes them. It makes them that much more happy. So I'm going to keep sending you stuff. I'm going to keep sending you pictures and videos and things of that nature. I hope you did get to see my slideshow presentation. I sent it to everybody. I haven't heard anything back, so, I'm not sure. But reach out to me. I'm at Belle L. You're welcome to come. My principal's great. My principal loves them. She actually wrote on my
Ms. Summers, we are
evaluation.
over the time limit. If we
Okay.
could just ask you to just consolidate and
Okay,
wrap up there.
she wrote on my evaluation that Susan and the dogs are the asset, and listed the things in my evaluation that, as a team, the things that we do for that school. And it was very touching for me that she recognized everything that we do as a team, and she was very clear to say the dogs are a major component here. My principal was Shannon Ralston at Bell Elementary. I'm sure she'd be glad to answer any questions as well. Do you guys have any questions? Thank you. No questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Summers. Ms. Israel, you are up. Student member of the board update.
Hi, everybody. So, for old business, mid-March of last month, Allegany High School and Braddock Middle School, we had the opportunity of hosting the 2026 MASC convention at Ocean City. Our ACPS president, Zoe Piper from Allegany High School, she was the host chair, and Paige Morgan from Braddock Middle School, she was the co-chair. It was a blast. It was absolutely an honor. There was 980 students who all attended from all throughout the state. So it was huge. It was busy. My feet hurt. And I'm over here repping the very luxurious, very expensive quarter zip that I got from Ocean City. So I thought this was really nice to wear, and I had an opportunity to wear it. In terms of new business, tomorrow, April 15th, ACPS will hold its last General Assembly at the Career Center. The state SMOB, Omari Barnes, he will be present and he will talk to the students. And we are looking forward to seeing you, Dr. Martorano, as well. April 17th through the 18th, which is this Friday and Saturday, Career Center students and ACPS biomedical students will travel to Carroll County for the Skills USA State Competition. Our Skills USA advisor is Mr. Jared Morgan. I myself will also be competing as president for Skills USA at the Career Center. I will be, the competition is called Career and Technical Educator, the one that I'm competing in against other students for the state, where the judges are the students, and I get the opportunity to teach a lesson as if I were a career and technical educator. And Mr. Morgan brought it up to me, I think a couple months ago, and the only reason I decided to do it was because I asked him if I could get a fancy clicker, like presenter, laser thing, and he said yes. So I said, okay, I'll do it. And I've been working very hard for it ever since. That is all I have for the report today.
Thank you. Do we have any other board member updates this evening?
Few very short ones. Sorry, guys, I'm nothing if not consistent. I just wanted to provide an update on our last local advisory council for career and technical education. We met on March 24th. During that time, we split into two groups, ACM and ACPS, and we used our time to work on the comprehensive local needs assessment, which is critical to identify funding priorities and the LAC's priorities for the upcoming year. We hope to have those finalized during our next meeting. And then separate from that, I did want to share that, as mentioned earlier by Jeff Avey, Mountain Ridge High School will be putting on Chicago Teen Edition, April 16th, 17th, and 18th at 7 p.m. and April 19th at 3 p.m. So encourage the community to attend and enjoy our incredible students as they perform Chicago. That's all.
Thank you, Mr. Green. Any others? Ms. Lepley?
So I think Dr. Martirano talked about this at the last meeting, but he visited every school for the school improvement plan and met with administrators from each school, and we as board members were able to attend one. And what I saw is what the public usually doesn't see, and it's kind of hard if you, I guess if you don't have a child that needs something a little bit extra, or if you don't really see what's going on behind the scenes. The teachers are so individualized, and the administrators, and they're thinking about every student. They're helping ways to help each individual student, and also to make everybody feel welcome and happy and like their school's their home. And but it really struck me how much time and dedication and all the extra stuff that the public and then even we as board members don't always see. So I wanted to highlight that. And also, Chesapeake Federal Credit Union is partnering with Loney's Flower Bar in downtown Cumberland, and they're offering free prom flowers for all of our students, all of our high school students. So with the expense of everything and how expensive prom is, that's a great help to families. And they're not only offering it to our 3 high schools, but 5 other high schools in the, West Virginia and Maryland. And they also provided floral services for the special needs prom that happened this past weekend.
Can we get a round of applause for that? Because that's pretty incredible. And I was talking to a Career Center teacher today who said that students are actually going to get to build their flowers themselves. They're going to come in and help do it, which is so cool. It's really awesome, Lori.
First of all, I'd like to start out by thanking Mrs. Ramsey and her committee. That I'm sure that wasn't an easy thing for them to do with all the outstanding teachers that we do have that were nominated. So I just want to do a shout out to her and all of the hard work that her committee has done and to choose Elaine. Last month, Mrs. Bender and I got to attend the Allegany Leadership Rising breakfast where they recognized our students from the high schools. It was amazing to me. These kids have goals and they're going to get them done. There's no doubt when you listen to what they've achieved and what they're planning to do with their lives, they will definitely be our next leaders in our community. I'm proud to say that I got to be part of that. And last week, Mrs. Bender and I were part of the MABE Leadership Board of Education Academy. And that was where we came from every LEA in the state. And we had breakout sessions, so we talked about the blueprint and kind of what we were seeing. And my feeling was we are way ahead of a lot of the counties, and I was proud to be able to tell them the things that we've done. And they were very impressed to hear about our early childhood learning center that is in the process and how we are partnering with Head Start. And that was an occasion that I thank the board for letting me be part of. I enjoyed that. I like to hear what other people are doing. You always learn from your colleagues, and this did not disappoint.
Ditto to everything Mrs. Whitmire just said. That was my update. So there you go. Dr. Bond, anything you'd like to add this evening?
I
Last but
officially
not
have
least.
nothing to say.
How about a motion to adjourn then?
I move to adjourn.
Okay. Do we have a second?
I second.
Second. All those in favor? Thank you all. See you next month.